Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. welcome.
Oh, you made it to the dance party. Cool.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the dance. We just lost someone. Hold on. Let's bring him back in.
Yeah, Jordy's coming back.
There he is.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new person to the stream. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Streamly Marvel Rivals year anniversary Q&A. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're rocking the Marvel Rivals swag, and let's go around the horn right now. Just introduce yourself, your character, and let's say I don't want you to do your alt line because everybody's your alt line, but just say one cool thing that you experienced while being on either recording or just a cool thing from your character. Let's start with the person that has a great hat and looks like you are in a royal palace. Epic voice guy.
It's an Airbnb, not a palace.
Not even an expensive one.
Hi, everybody. I'm John Bailey, Epic Voice Guy, and I'm the voice of Jet the Land Shark. Oh, yeah, yummy, yummy.
Thank you. Next up, we're gonna go to the person that has awesome hair, and I'm not gonna lie, every time I see this person, I just get goosebumps because their hair is awesome. Jordan, go.
I thought you were gonna say Josh Keaton. I was like, wait, what?
That was a bait and switch, man.
That was a bait. I'm
This
sorry,
is what
Josh.
I do, man. This is what I do.
Yeah, checks in the mail. I'd like to accept this award on behalf of Josh and his family. All the maximum bink, and when his character goes down to the ground and per-clunks louder than Ultron. Hello, it is I. I'm the voice of Adam Warlock, everyone. Welcome. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Next up, we have the person with the amazing hair and great facial hair. Eric. Josh is
What's
like,
up,
dude,
everybody?
what the heck?
Well, we're all waiting for Josh. I'm Eric Bra. I play Moon Knight, and I don't care. I'm still doing it. The moon haunts you.
Well, you know what? I am a daytime type of guy, so it's not gonna haunt me right now. Next up, we have the person with the great smile and amazing personality. Nothing like his character. He does not fly up in the air. He's down to the ground with you guys. Josh.
Hey, what's up? My name is Josh Keaton. I voice Iron Man in Marvel Rivals, and I really love playing the part because, well, it gives me an excuse to wear these really cool glasses.
You know what? They look good on you. They look good on you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the person that always tells everybody to get down on their knees, but yet we're like, no, please don't. But we have to anyway because that's your alt. Laura.
Hi, I'm Emma Frost. I'm not going to shout Neil Peasants. I think my mic would just explode. But I do love being the White Queen.
Love that. And last and not least, the guy that makes everything just a little bit more fantastic. Ian.
That's me. I know that line. Because it's fantastic. I'm happy to be here. Sorry I'm late.
No, it's absolutely fine. We're glad to have you guys here.
You're on wizard time. You arrive when you want to arrive.
Precisely
when you're meant to be here. Yes.
Exactly.
Precisely when you intend to.
The chat is going absolutely insane right now.
Just don't
pause. Ladies and gentlemen, like everybody's going crazy. They love. Oh, it is a fantastic Monday because we're right here on the stream with these phenomenal voice actors here from the Marvel Rival cast. So I have to ask you first and foremost, how does it feel that it's been a year?
Honestly, it doesn't feel like it's been a year. It feels like the game came out just yesterday, but then again, like it's been a crazy year. I've been running all over the place, so I've kind of lost track of time. But yeah, man, it's been going on for a year. It seems like people are still really into it, and it's been great. It's been great.
Really
it feels
into
like longer
it.
than a year for me because I was like invited to the beta, so it felt like it was already out for a really long time.
Okay.
And I keep forgetting that it's only been a year because it was like going for a while.
Well, it hasn't been a year for me.
Yeah,
'cause I was a
same.
latecomer, just like to this thing. My character came out in end of December, early January, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Yeah,
But it was
I didn't come out till April, so
so when
Yeah,
I
the
say it doesn't
baby.
feel like a year,
you're
I'm not kidding.
my baby.
Exactly.
I love Jeff so much.
So she and Emma both like Jeff.
Yes, yes. I put all of my heart and soul into the "Oh no, my baby" line because I was like, she doesn't have any interactions with Jeff, but she has this one thing she says, and I am going to sell it.
Jeff is the only person your soul cares about.
That's
actually.
right.
Yeah, because
She does not care if
I can
anybody
see
else
right
lives
through
or
it.
dies. Only
Yes.
Jeff.
Only Jeff. Because I was the
There
ring
is only
girl.
Jeff.
Mhm.
So I have to ask you this question because you guys are just dropping off your voices, and I have to know: is there one voice line or possibly an action that your character does in game that really brings out your performance?
Oh, hmm.
Oh, everybody's just like stumped. I
I
love
mean,
it.
mine's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
mine's not rated for preschool toys because I can't say what I actually said to Rocket Raccoon, but I had to come up with something very Deadpool and Wolverine rated to make Rocket have that type of reaction. I'll never tell. But I definitely put my personality in there. I had to come up with what is he actually saying to make him
yeah.
feel so bad that he has to curse.
Right, and you know what? With these answers, let's go around the horn. So, epic voice guy, you started off first. Then let's go to Ian, Laura, Eric, Josh,
Okay.
and then Jordan, and we'll go around in a circle.
Mine's easy because, like, when you say fantastic, it's just there. I don't need any more. I don't need any less. And oh man, I love when a character can get recognized from one word. That's my favorite.
I like that. Laura.
Well, I mean, she's just an entire vibe. Everything she says, I feel like, is the vibe.
Yeah.
Obviously, Neil Peasants is that's like the moment. It's the biggest thing. It was go to an 11, and I hopefully did. But I think one of my favorite lines that she says for just like her entire attitude is the Queen, Mother, Perfection. I answer to all three.
Awesome.
It's a very, yeah.
I don't know if anything I say brings out the character any better, but I love that I get to do canon from the comic stuff, you know. Dracula, you blood-sucking nerd, where's my $5?
Yeah.
$5 still the $5, man. Okay. Can't he just like
We haven't accounted for inflation.
you know
So
what?
much more
I
now.
I respect that. I respect that. Mr. Keaton.
I think the one that sums it up is, well, if you were as smart as me, you'd be arrogant too.
Yeah.
It just wraps him up in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I
That's-
love that.
That's
I
him.
love that. Jordan.
Oh man, so it was his favorite line.
Like, what was the line that like really made you like? What was the line or the action that your character did that actually brought you and brought out their amazing performance? That you're like, yep, I got this. This is how my character and I co-mingle. We're like one in one. We're like peanut butter and jelly into a sandwich, aka you.
Cool. An Adam's sandwich. What does that
Eric,
taste
bro.
like?
I never pictured Jordan.
Do you
as
crunch on the
peanut butter
golden
jelly.
nuggets and you have to get new teeth? All right, no, I'm just messing with you. I think he has a lot of lines that kind of fall into this range, but something one that comes to mind is probably yeah. Let's see. In a world consumed by darkness, I will gladly be the light. Which just, you know, he's there to heal, support, literally
Sounds like a
resurrect
Marvel
you and
trailer,
turn all
too.
of you into Jesuses. And you know, so you
Fucking
know,
Easter Sunday over here.
so yeah, so that's I think that sums him up. I like how grounded and chill he is, and it makes it's a challenge too as an actor because you can't, you know, you don't get to bounce around too much when you have to play a very tight, you know, point of view, and so it's a fine line between sounding like AI and dead and too neutral, right? In that one pocket, but still, so it's really fun to find moments to allow Adam to kind of like smile a little bit or be sassy, like maybe I'll call myself Sorcerer Supreme, you know, stuff like that.
Okay, you know what? I like the cut of your jib, young man. And with that, I'm going to say, with the next question, I'm going to start off with you, Jordan, by the way. How much freedom did you have to experiment with your character's personality and comedic timing? Because you guys are hilarious with your interactions in the game if everybody actually pays attention instead of, you know, doing the Venom emote twerk. So because everybody's done it, let's go. So like, how much
have cake?
So how much freedom did you guys have in that? So we'll start with Jordan. We'll go around back to Epic Voice Guy John.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, if you go through every line of dialogue that Adam has, there's not a lot, and I'm not saying this as a complaint, it's just a fact. You know, he isn't really a funny guy, and he you know, he isn't really a joke cracker, so which is really different from me because I'm just always I'm really dry. I'm, you know, people who know me I think I'm pretty funny, but Adam Warlock is not funniest, so it's a challenge to dial that back because every time I see any opportunity, I want to milk the comedy. So I don't remember any specific line where I was just like, you know, born again, biatch, or something like. And they're like, no, Jordan, no, that's no. He can't be. So I don't remember them reeling me back, but I do remember just inserting moments like that Sorcerer Supreme because it was literally written as, you know, I think Doctor Strange is like, Warlock, interesting name for one who doesn't practice in magic or something like that. And he's like, I didn't choose it. So Adam's already annoyed because like, why are you coming at me, Strange? And he's just like, and then Adam, the line is like, I like Adam Warlock, but maybe I'll call myself Sorcerer Supreme. You know, so I got to do a little bit of like, or the rocket line when you kill an enemy rocket. Like, I'd say that I'd miss you, Rocket, but I'm a terrible liar. You know, so he's able to kind of throw the shade without it being like, you know, Scott Porter energy, right? Where what he does with Star-Lord is just like genius, you know.
I think Ranchberry says it right here. He's sassy though, got a little bit of sass joy.
Yeah, so they never pulled it back, so that's what I appreciate them is. And I chuckle in a line and with Iron Fist and whatnot. So there's little sprinkles of Adam that allow me to, because I do comedic stuff very well, and so it's really hard to not let that bleed into the character. So yeah,
love that. Mr. Keaton, I'm sorry, like you're like Mr. Stark to me every time you have the glasses on, so I'm just gonna go
you didn't recognize me. I mean, we had a little bit of definitely a lot of freedom in terms of like the timing when we'd go through some of the quips and all that. And I mean, if we did it and it didn't land, we had plenty of freedom to just kind of, well, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm sure everybody else did, because our director was fantastic. We had plenty of freedom to just kind of go back and you know, try it again, see what we could do, change it up, change the pacing up a little bit, and see if we could make it land a little bit better. It's always hard when you're not actually in the same room with the people that you're kind of interacting with, and that's again on the voice director to make sure that all of the performances feel like they live together, and they've done a great job with that. But yeah, we definitely had some freedom. I can't remember if there was anything that I ad-libbed or not. I want to say there were a couple that maybe just, you know, small tweaks to the line here and there, but I mean, for the most part, the quips were there. So
I like it.
I'd say that one Michael at Bright Skull is a brilliant director. He's fantastic, and
yes.
And number two, I don't even know if I can include myself, but if you look around this little room here, there's some brilliant actors here, and so they're probably all one-take wonders. So no, but Mike was great. Like I think we got, as Josh was saying, I think we got enough freedom but we all were cast for a reason because we kind of like got, we were that character. At least it seemed like that way. I don't know. So a lot of the lines, you deliver it, and then Mike's like, "That's good. Let's go next." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were wasting a lot of time or anything, but it was fantastic, and it's a wonderful experience working with real pros like that. So, and then of course you do have Marvel sometimes in your cans, and they're, Mike would check in with them. Sometimes if you did something that was good that they really liked, you'd hear a little bit of laughter as he like opened up their line. And then they'd go, "Oh yeah, no, it was great. We're real happy over here." So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And my only bummer was that I didn't get to they won't let me curse. And I really was going through every meme of Moon Knight I could, and I tried doing random bullshit go, and they wouldn't let it fly because of the cursing. So and that's why we had to do blood sucking nerd for Vampire. So
There are some great memes. There's some great Rivals inspired memes and characters that are just too funny.
I'm still figuring out if we can add the what am I crazy? I'm all out of crazy pills or whatever. The moon's watching. That's the meme I want to add in.
No, the moon's watching. I love that, Laura.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like again we got a good amount of freedom. The writing was great. I had the benefit of the game had already been out, so I knew what a lot of the characters that I was interacting with sounded like and kind of like their vibes in addition, instead of being like, oh, I don't know, who's this Luna Snow character? So that was kind of fun. Like that was an extra little benefit I had. I feel like the part that was the most interesting for me was because Emma's like, she's very cool, calm, collected, very much in charge of things. The times when she would lose it, like her little back and forth with Luna Snow, and she's like, because she like insults her fashion. And also when she has the interaction when Jeff dies, the Jeff one in particular is like, I'm going to go as big as I want. And then they're probably going to be like, that's a little too much for Emma. But they were like, no, perfect. Great. And I was like, yes. So it's fun when she kind of not quite breaks character, but I feel like those were the moments where like she pushes the line of like, she's suddenly not in control. And that's fun. I think it leads to some good comedy bits for her, because otherwise the comedy is that she's hilarious and throwing shade on everybody constantly. So I hope that answers the question.
Ian.
Well, most of what I was thinking has been covered. I mean, I think Josh, everyone has mentioned Michael, the director. It's really important in video games because you're there by yourself. So a lot of comedy for me comes from banter if you're with other actors. So there isn't really a lot of opportunity, at least from my perspective, to like kind of go off script. I mean, I tried to say things like elastic, but that didn't fly.
Eric's like, nope.
Yeah. So no, I can't think of a line that I ad-libbed. Certainly not for comedy, because Reed is not the funniest guy in the world. The comedy comes from him not really being very self-aware. Yes, I know I'm extremely intelligent and handsome and stretchy, but it's just playing him kind of like he's in his own world, which he is. That's why he named himself Mr. Fantastic, as opposed to "You're the Thing." What a guy.
One could argue, Ian, though, that like that type of comedy where you don't have a joke to land, like that the character isn't like, where Star-Lord, he's always like, hey, what, I know what I'm doing. I'm always aware. All right. Whereas Mr. Fantastic is like, he's just, like you have to play it straight as if you don't realize what you're saying is funny. And that's harder to do. Comedy, in my opinion, to do it straight and it still come across as hysterical to the viewer.
Yeah, like a Eugene Levy in Schitt's Creek or something.
Yeah. So you nailed it, dude.
Thank you.
Love that. And John.
Hello. Also props out to Michael Shurix. I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. At Bright Scope, because he took more time to make sure that I was okay than any director I've ever had. Because the second session, there was a lot of technical difficulties that there were nobody's fault. It was just, stuff because we're recording internationally. And so he went above and beyond any director I've ever worked for to make sure that I was good, especially with, my stuff was all vocal efforts. But I feel I'm not trying to brag here. I just from my perspective, it feels like they gave me more leeway than anybody else because so much of it was not scripted. You had to convey an emotion or a reaction to something that somebody else says. And like most of you had said earlier that, a lot of the lines, we didn't know what everybody sounded like yet, or even who was going to be who yet. So we didn't know exactly what we were interacting with. We just knew what character it was going to be. But Michael was so cool that every time he's like, do we need to do any more? Like it felt like a one take thing. But I was like, I feel like I should give them more than they need just in case they're still using all that extras because I gave them so many. That's 3 takes right there.
That is so hilarious. And just to let everybody know, right now, as you can see on the ticker, if you want to get a cool collectible autograph signed picture from one of these phenomenal people or anybody in the Marvel Rivals cast, go to streamy.com/Marvel Rivals. And with that, I'm going to segue to the fans wanting your autograph. And the fans right now, they have a chance to vote Marvel Rivals as best ongoing game for the Game Awards. Let's go!
Yes.
Yeah.
I am one of those people that have played the game from day one. And of course, I know you guys love this game out there. I am going to be voting for this game. So tell me, how does it feel to know that you guys are up for this award and the fans, they're not just talking, they're screaming and they're shouting to the rafters how awesome and how much they love this game. So tell me, how does it feel to know that you guys are like the game is up for such an award? Like, you know what? Let's be a little fun. Let's mix and match it. Anybody go. Freedom. And
It feels good.
Oh, yeah.
No, there you go. I was just getting an answer out that it could be done. Go ahead.
It feels good.
Yeah, Tony. It's always like you always hope that the projects that you're going to be a part of are going to really pop off and blow up and everybody's going to love it. So it's always a pleasant, but you never really want to like get too invested in that because sometimes you think something's going to be incredible and it just doesn't pop off for whatever reason. But it's always wonderful when it does. So this has been a very pleasant surprise, and just to see how big it's gotten in just one short year, and how good it continues to be. Like it's exciting. It's exciting to see the new characters come in, and yeah. Say again.
This guy's popping off because he got the first Funko Pop that came.
Oh, that's right. Popping off.
I've worked on a few games that got either some kind of the year award, whether it was scariest special effects, sound, something. But I've been a God of War 4. There's been a few of them, but it was always one where I was just background voices in the thing, or I was barely even involved in it. And it's like, oh, that's a neat thing. This one, I would have been shocked. Because I have seen the fans. They are insanely in love with this game, as are all of we, I feel like. And it was like, they better freaking make it. They better nominate us. So yeah, it feels right. That's what I would say. It doesn't just feel great. It feels right.
For sure.
I like that. Anybody else want to say? Laura, I know you wanted to say something.
Oh, no, I literally just was like, wanted to say it feels good, and then I'd be free. Because
I
I'm
say
horrible
it feels
at
fantastic.
just these great answers, and I'm like, yeah, see, there you go.
It's an honor, I think, too.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you feel good. It makes my heart swell because people are fans of it and they appreciate it. And you're not lying when you say that like it kind of knocked a lot of others competitors off the map. And I'm pretty stoked about that. I think that's
or swallowed
awesome.
him and jumped off.
Or swallowed them. in this case,
Swallowed
yeah.
and jumped off.
And there's also the fact that like this, I mean, whatever. I've gotten to hang out with a lot of, whether it's at an event at a con or something, but of my fellow castmates, I mean, there is a freaking cast in this that rocks. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome. And I think John's right. You better freaking no, better recognize. But yeah, no, it was. It's
Better
really neat.
check
And
yourselves before you rickety wreck yourselves.
yeah, exactly. And honestly, like, you know, I think like Jordan and I were at a con together. John and Ian and well, Josh. A few of us have been at like little cons together. The first one that I met Josh at actually was like last April. And it was it was small, and it was just about Rivals, and
It was the
you could
meetup, right?
tell
The
there
one in
was-
Burbank.
yeah, and you could tell there was fervor. But then by the time we got up to like, you know, now what, Labor Day weekend, Jordan and I were up in Seattle, and it was like people were showing up and they were showing their love for the game and everything. And now it's gotten to a real fever pitch. I mean, what was it, a week or so ago? A bunch of us were in Burbank again, actually, doing a 1 year anniversary, and it was
My
like
line was 3 hours long. I tried
Yeah.
to get
3 hours.
It was insane. I was like, we're gonna get fire hazards out here with fire
Yeah.
marshals.
Oh, you
The
should have seen John's
rainiest
line.
day
It was
of
like
the
out the
year.
door.
I was like, I'll just wait to pee when I'm dead. I'll just do it now.
You got to get him a stadium pal.
Well, I will say that like I said, I played this game from day one. I played this game 2 to 3 hours every day. I have well over 1,000 hours in this game. And speaking on behalf of the fans out there, I want to thank you guys for doing what you do, providing the voices and the characters that has us just completely entranced, and some of the best gameplay that we've seen in years. So I just want to say thank you for just being you guys and just kicking butt and just making this environment such an awesome environment for all the people that love first person shooter, hero shooter, and just comic books in total. So thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank NetEase, man, because
Yes.
I was mentioning as we just got started. I just started playing it and like streaming it, and I'm actually I love playing the game, and I suck. I mean, I'm really not great at it.
That's not
Play as
true.
Jeff.
I
Actually
main
easier.
I
You're actually
main
better
Moon
than I
Knight because
expected,
like
Eric.
I mean,
You're
it's
better
my
than I
guy,
expected.
right? So I main Moon Knight, but I gotta say, like this game is so much freaking fun, and I get on a high. Like I get like, you know, and I've been able to play with a bunch of fans that are like, you know, they jump in and we're on a team together, and we start winning games, and I'm like, this is so much freaking fun. Like you just love
Man,
playing.
I got to start playing. I've been saying that I've
It's so
been-
fun.
You've
that I
been
was
streaming
gonna
for
start
how
playing
long?
like a
You
year-
gotta play.
for like
Josh.
a year now.
Hit
Yeah,
me
you've
up,
been
Josh.
doing Warcraft on
You
Twitch
You
for
need to
like decades.
take a hit from Jordan. Jordan's been like all up on it. He is like the
I'll make it
game
easy.
master streamer extraordinaire. of
Okay.
Rivals.
That's a big statement.
But just ease me into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but hit me up, Josh. I'll make it easy. Even if you just want to
Okay.
come in and do voice lines, I can make it easy and fun for you. So hit me up.
Yeah, I want to, Jordan. They've invited me so many times. Like, dude, I just don't have time.
Yeah, yeah.
More than anything, I'm traveling. Like, I can't be in a car and stream with you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be in the Discord chat.
Exactly. I just
Yeah.
have to get me a mobile wireless headset. So you just feed me in. You have to hack the mainframe.
I went into that game, man. I went in.
I love this like repertoire that you guys have. So I have to ask this. There is from the last count, I believe is almost 40 different characters in the game. So that means that it's a 40+ person cast. Like just seeing
Well, you know, some actors do more than one. Just to be fair.
fair enough. But yet again, just seeing on social media, seeing how a lot of you guys are just so friendly and just looking at Ian and Daniel just go at it with these comedy skits and like just I'm sorry, like the Namor, Mr. Fantastic stuff is hilarious. Like it's just and just seeing you guys just come together. I have to know, were a majority of you guys friends before the game, or did the game bring you guys together like the game has brought the community together?
I'd say a little from column A and a little from column B. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
yeah.
so many people in this game that there's definitely going to be a lot of overlap in terms of like who knows who and who hangs out with who. But then, I mean, there's a lot of people that I met through the game. So when you have such a big cast, you know, you're gonna have people that know each other, and you're gonna have new faces that and become parts of new friend groups, and it's great. It's a lovely experience.
I would say that it was because I've known Josh for forever, and I just freaking
Yeah.
love the dude, and it's so awesome to see his career just keep And it's like
Yours
I got
too,
to
man.
work on like a few things with Jordan and Josh where it was like we were extras in the background, additional voices or whatever, or Josh wasn't a main or Jordan was a main, and I, vice versa. But this is the first time for a lot of the actors that I knew before that we're all playable main characters in the cast together, which that's huge for me. I really, really love that.
I love that. Anybody else want to jump in and say? Laura's like, please, no, don't look at me.
No, I know that I'm here to talk. I'm like, Josh said it. It's like it's actually like many of the people here right now. I'm like, hi, I know you, but I've never met you in person.
Yeah.
But I also have a lot of friends that are in the cast as well. Like me and Xanthi have been friends for a bajillion years, and so yeah, it's a nice little mix, which I like.
I think
feel like we've
John was
known
the
Fred
only
and
guy
Steve
I've
our whole
ever
lives.
met in person before this game. Everyone else, I know some of the names, but never actually worked. Well, of course, in the last 5 years, the opportunity to actually work physically together is almost nil.
Yeah.
So there's that. But aside from that, I didn't. No, I kind of met most of you guys through the game, except for John.
Oh, that is interesting. So Ian's it looks like Ian's one of the only people that actually has spread out his fantastic wings
is.
and love because of the
I can act friendly. That's my skill.
But yeah, he lives on.
I'm not friendly. I just do that on TV.
Okay.
Ian lives on.
In
Fantastic
reality,
Island.
we're all rivals.
Oh, I see what you just
did
did
there.
there. I
Wow.
see. So I have a question. This is going to be another round the horn question. So, did any of you guys reference any comics, movies, animated series to basically capture your character, or any specific one, or did you just choose one of the other categories? So would it be comic books, movies, animation, or did you just reference all of them, or didn't you just reference any of them?
So you mean like with the way we interpreted the character?
Yes.
The voices in your
I
head.
feel like I definitely kind of did my own thing.
All right.
I'm moderately familiar with her in the most of my superhero knowledge is animated series and movies. Emma Frost is, I think she's in one of the movies, but she might be in an X-Men movie I didn't see.
Yes.
But she was in the animated
February
series. So I didn't do it off. If anything, it would be animated series, but she's British. It's very, what I'm doing is very different. But it was cool. Like most of the references that are made are for, as far as acting wise, references that are made are things that are in the script because they put those references in there, which I think is cool, but wasn't me. I'm not going to take, not responsibility. I'm not going to take the recognition for that. I'm bad at words. I read the words. I don't make up the words. But yeah, so I think she's though I sort of just did my own thing. I was like, okay, she's, deep voice badass bitch. Got it.
I'll be the super nerd. Emma Frost was in Wolverine Origins.
Yes, I didn't see that one though. That's why I was like, I think it's one I didn't see. I haven't seen every single X-Men movie. I've seen a good chunk of them, but not all of them.
All right. Okay.
Well, I'll jump in
right.
because if anyone, probably people watching this are super fans, and they may have seen other interviews with me on this topic, and I'm famously not really huge on a lot of prep. I'm a blue collar journeyman voice actor, and when it came. So what that means, that's another way of saying that I didn't even know I was Mr. Fantastic when I showed up for the session. I knew I had been booked, and I swear they were still using code names and code words, or I'm just really stupid, which is a distinct possibility. Anyway, so as a result, it's not like I went pouring through back catalogs of these characters to go, wow, what should I do with Mr. Fantastic? I just showed up and I went, what did my audition sound like? Okay, I can do that guy, because I did. And then as the dimmer switch in my pea brain started coming on, I went, oh, I'm Mr. Fantastic. I know who that guy is, because it was one of the few superhero cartoons that I actually watched as a kid. I really have never really been a huge superhero dude, but I did watch the Fantastic Four. I don't know what it was. It's probably because it was the only thing on in the late 60s, early 70s.
I thought it was the mid 90s one. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm talking the OG.
Well, you said when you were young and you were a kid. I thought it was the 90s.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, it was the 90s, early 2000s. I was
I'm like,
22. You're too
Love
kind,
that.
Rob. You're too kind.
Hey, listen, this is my job as the host to make you guys even more awesome. Jordan, John, did you guys reference any? And John is like, I reference my. Oh, what is that? Oh, all right, we're gonna
Well, I
leave.
talked a little bit. Let Jordan go.
Yeah, I can do too much research, and I have to wield it back because I can start to overthink everything. So like, especially, luckily there weren't too many voice references in the ones that did exist out there, being the amazing, Will Poulter in Guardians 3, but it had his performance and his demeanor was nothing like that they wanted me to do, which was he was just a big man child. Mother, don't be rash. That was the portrayal, and so I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work based on how they have this written here. So luckily that didn't stick in my head, but having doing a lot of sound-alike work for celebrities and stuff like that, it can be very difficult for me to not get locked into a sound. To just like embody that other person. So I'm really glad that it wasn't like Tony Stark or something like that. And the question I have a question for Josh actually after Jeff goes, but it's just pretty much how much did they want you to like sound just like Robert or like, because it's one of the few characters who sound almost the most like the MCU version. But all that to say, with the Adam stuff, I just really went with like what felt right, and what Michael Surix, the director and casting director, did, and his wife's casting too, Rachel. What I think they did so well with all of us is they picked I don't know, they just picked what aligned with the character the best. And so much so, like as Eric was saying, once they get it, when you're recording, like, yeah, okay, that was good, let's move on, like no notes or anything. And that is because they did their homework in the casting process. And the majority of us do have a good number of years of experience. There are some newer, which I love. There are some newer voice actors to this cast. And then there's some legends and everything in between. But I would say the majority at least have a few big projects under their belt, up to a ton of big projects under their belt, to where their actor instincts, which is what AI cannot do, are so strong that it just kind of flows pretty naturally in the session. And so I try not to let that stuff affect me too much, the existing Adam lore. And I'm like, what feels right? Just go with that, Jordan. No, you don't need to do an imitation.
I dig that. I like that.
While it's still fresh in his brain, why don't Josh answer his question?
I would say, I'm familiar with Iron Man. I'm a comic geek. I've kind of referenced everything. I didn't initially start out doing exactly like an RDJ impression, because there's people that do it much better than I do. Mick Wingert is a spot on Robert Downey Jr. Like he sounds identical. But I've played Iron Man in a couple of other projects where, he's kind of defined the role at this point for over a decade now. So when people think of Iron Man, they're immediately going to think of Robert Downey Jr. before anything, unless they're like a hardcore comic person who, was a big fan of Iron Man before that. But it would have just been dishonest, in my opinion, to the character to not have some of that, to have some of the mannerisms, some of the attitude. And then a lot of it is just like there's an inherent dismissiveness to him, where, like, I've played other quippy characters like Spider-Man. Spider-Man loves, he revels in the joke. He wants to make sure you got it. And see what I did there? Whereas Tony, he doesn't care. He says what he's going to say. If you didn't get it, you're not intelligent enough. I'm on to the next thing already. So it's a different kind of funny that is just wonderfully done by Robert Downey Jr. And so incorporating some of the mannerisms, some of the attitudinal choices, is what I chose to go with. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't necessarily trying to do all of his vowel changes and his you-knows and all that. Like that's, I'm not
Shawarma.
trying to do all that.
Shawarma.
It's yeah, shawarma. It's more of a like, I guess they have different designations for it. They have a voice match, which is like it's got to be spot on, and then they'll have kind of like a sound alike, and then they'll have like a feel alike. And so I'm somewhere probably between like a sound alike and a feel alike.
I love what you did with it. I think
thank
all
you.
of your
Yeah.
lines crack me up in the game.
Thank you.
It's like,
I
'cause
found that like it was fascinating to me that like the characters that I really wanted to have them sound like the people I sort of already established as nailed it, and I was like, I love it. And then they chose to do something different with the others, and I think that was awesome. But you know, maybe I might complain about Thor, but other than that, like I think that and my second take of Thor that I sent in was a little more, Nordic. But other than that, like, you know what I mean? Because honestly, and like, as a matter of fact, you know, we're talking about, and I don't think it's a surprise, but I hope I don't get in trouble. Rogue obviously is coming, right? And they chose the voice actor that honestly I've always known as Rogue, and I thought, well, that's the best pick you could have made. So yeah, you know what I mean? So like I said, I think they really did a good job of like dancing on that line of like people that needed to sound a lot like, or, you know, feel like, as Josh put it, and then others that, you know, they could do something different. I honestly was convinced that I was going to get replaced with somebody who sounded like Oscar Isaac.
Oh, God.
He's got a
What a
unique
great
voice. So
You didn't audition for Rogue? I did. I was
Well, John, you probably could have pulled it off. I don't know.
yeah, sugar. So I had knowledge of Jeff because I do Deadpool stuff for other things. Disney Imagineering has me do a lot of their experimental project stuff, so that's a lot of fun doing that kind of thing. So because of that, I knew somewhat of it, and Deadpool's one of my favorite characters. So I was like, oh, I remember him. He's in Deadpool's world somehow, but I didn't know if like his tragic backstory was like. And the more once I booked it, that's when I actually delved into what I didn't want to learn everything I know about the character, and then I found out how sad his little story is. And they've done a really great job out of any project I've worked. And I've been in this business for 20 years. I've been a nerd my whole life, and I've never seen a team of people that care so much about the fans and the fandom and the lore that's out there in the comic books. They try to include as much of it as they can. So it was, yeah, that was pretty cool because I didn't really have to worry about being a movie sounded like Jeff. You know? So in fact, I didn't even know there was any other voice of him out there. Apparently in Marvel Snap, which is funny because I'm not the announcer of Marvel Snap and of one other character, but they have Jeff's one of the cards, and it's a digital card game, mobile game. And Jeff was one of the cards, and somebody's like, oh, he's in the game. And he has like one little noise. I'm like, I don't even know who. I didn't even know that existed before until long after I'd already booked the other job. So, but I will say one thing more, because a lot of people are like, when is Jeff, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you know exactly what I know. The MCU, back when it was still Twitter probably, did send out a post saying that Jeff will arrive in the MCU at some place, sometime, somewhere. They have no idea when and where. So that's been confirmed. If it's going to be me, I don't know. It's probably up to me, Bill Hader, or Chris Pratt. I'm saying.
Oh no!
Chris Pratt, obviously.
Don't even
Man,
speak.
what-
Unless you're a cartoon voice actor person, you won't get that reference. But.
So, all right, so we're starting to get closer to the end of the Q&A festivities over here. So I have to ask you this question, and this goes for everybody, of course. If you could pick a character in the game that would be your character's BFF, and what would be the character in this game that would be your personal BFF?
Can it just be Jeff for both? we know Emma's BFF is Jeff. Period.
Because Gwenpool's not in the game yet. Gwenpool is like his
Yeah.
favorite person of all, but she's not in the game. And
How
they have
dare you.
30,000 characters to pick from. I'm sure eventually down the road we'll see her. But currently, I would say Emma and Jeff are pretty tight. So yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But who
Yeah,
knows?
and also-
I'm waiting for because I've already got most of you probably know who Neo JPEG is. because a lot of his artwork has made it into the game. But he's doing a commission for me, as he's done for some of the other actors. And he's, now that Gambit's finally been confirmed, he has Gambit on one side doing Channing Tatum's line, and me going, "My name is John." So we might be buddies in the game after he comes out. I don't know. My buddy's Sleepy. He's like the Mexican Wolverine.
Ian, so who would be your in-game BFF as Mr. Fantastic? Because I know that you hate Namor, and who would be your personal BFF in the game?
Better
Well,
be Susan.
I'm gonna do a little, twisteroo on you.
Go for it.
If you recall, about a week or two ago, our dear leader, President Donald Trump, hosted the mayor-elect of New York City, Mr. Mamdani. Very unlikely, but they were very cordial. So I think my BFF would be Namor. It's like opposites attract. The bromance.
Life.
Get a room, guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, but Namor's trying to get a room with your wife, though.
Oh, well, maybe there's something there.
No wonder why Ben's so grim. You're not his best friend anymore.
It's like, Namor, I told you no, man. No. But all right, Josh.
I think maybe Hulk. They're both scientists. They're both brilliant. I know Tony really loves how angry and ragey Bruce can get as Hulk. There's a respect for that. And what was the other one? The one that would be my best friend in game?
Your BFF.
My personal BFF. I mean, I'd want it to be Tony because maybe he'd buy me stuff. But I mean, honestly,
wow, shallow standards,
yeah,
Josh.
totally. But I don't know, maybe I know it sounds cliche based on what I've already done, but I'd want it to be Spider-Man. Like I'd love to hang out with Spidey. We could geek out and talk about nerdy stuff, and I mean I could do that with Tony too, but there wouldn't be the pretentiousness, and I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun. I'd go with
and
Spidey.
You get free pizza.
And I get free pizza. Yeah.
True. Jordan.
I mean, there's too many choices for multitude of reasons, but the obvious choice, is going to be my wife, IRL Storm. Mara Juno is the voice of Storm in game. So, but other than that, it would be, I'm looking at the list, like I don't play the game. There's just so many characters. I think Adam would want Angela so we could actually fly, so we could just ride on her back. Ride on her abs. Adam could ride on Angela's abs.
My God. Angela has like a 12-pack. Like, what is that about?
And it's longer than Adam's entire body. So he could fit on her abs. He would just cling on, with his Kung Fu golden grip. So that would be a good friendship. I think.
Wedge in between the ab creases.
Yeah, between the creases, Adam fits.
Oh my God.
we'll end it there. And then I think I would get along the best with the Thing. There's a lot of characters I love in here, but I think the Thing, like him and I could just quit back and forth, just snark after snark, and we don't deal with the bullshit. Like we're both tired of the bullshit in the world, and I'll just be like, "Hey Ben, you wanna go? You wanna go get a beer or something?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm sick of this shit." It's just like Andrew Morgato's the voice of him. It's just like I think he has such a vibe. Because he's not too miserable and broken like Bucky or Moon Knight, where you're like, I don't want to have alcohol with you. Right? But
Eric's
Ben,
like, bro, what the hell, man?
Yeah. The Thing's gonna be a fun drunk, like it's drinking time, So, yeah, those are my choices there.
I realize I only answered half the question. I think my real life friend would probably be Groot. Just chilling on his shoulder like I do in the game. We can actually understand each other. Probably.
Yeah.
And he could reach the top of the shelves for you too.
Yeah,
I
right.
can see that. I can see that.
I think in game they wrote me to be cool with Cloak, because there's the whole line about whenever you're done with this dagger chick, Which Xanthi, by the way, that was fantastic. I got to meet them and both of them, and we did a little video, and she like flips the camera and goes, no. So yeah, it was really fun. You know, I don't. Mark / Steven / Jake is and Khonshu is I don't know. He's got his own friends. But I think
he's a party to
personally, like,
himself.
I would want to be friends with Thor. I'm a very Nordic background and therefore a fan of. So yeah, I'd want to hang and have some thunder.
Okay, not mead, but I could dig it.
Well, we'll throw the thunder and drink the mead.
And this is going to be the final question of this. Just seriously, everybody, just give me like one of your most amazing experiences throughout the last year or shorter than a year that you've experienced with the game. It could be a fan interaction, it could be a fun behind the scenes moment, but what is one of your most treasured experiences with this game in the last year or less? And we'll just go into that little roundabout. So we'll start off with John.
It's like, who's Jeff?
Jeff John.
Epic Jeff guy.
Yeah, that's basically become my name. Everybody goes, "Call me Jeff." So I actually thought about getting a shirt to match my hat that goes, "My name is Jeff." It's not one specific interaction, but it's the same interaction that I frequently seem to have, and I've experienced it more with Marvel Rivals than anything else. Like every once in a while, somebody will be like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt or cool hat," but then they'll recognize the IP. They don't recognize me. They have no idea it's me. But because I'm going to and from jobs, either for Marvel or for Disney, and I'm like, I'm not going to change clothes. I'm just going to wear the same thing I always have. So I always wear like appropriate, just in case I'm on camera. I don't want to have a brand on that's not one of theirs. So I often have on Marvel Rivals attire, and people will be like, "Oh, that's a great shirt. I love that." They're just interact, and I'll never tell them that it's me. I'm just like, I'm gonna wait till they find out. Like, wait, that's the guy.
Oh man, he missed out. He could have did yummy for me. Yeah.
Well, I, unlike John, I walk around all day, every day, wearing this, hoping someone's going to recognize me, and then I go, fantastic, Ooh, ha! So that they just can't help but no. I'll tell you, my whole career, which is many decades, I can count on less than one hand. Actually, I can count on less than a couple of fingers on one hand how many times I've actually been recognized outside of a convention or some fan thing. And in fact, one of those times was sort of convention adjacent. So anyway, that's not your question though, is it? No, your question is about Marvel Rivals. And I think the coolest thing for me was just to, if it wasn't solidified enough that I don't pay attention, it was a year ago Christmas, and my son was back from London, and he goes, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I said, "Oh, I did this project, this series, and I did a game, and I think I don't know, I think it's coming out soon." "Oh, what is it?" It's some Marvels thing. And he goes, "Marvel, like Marvel Rivals?" Because it had been released by Christmas. So he's sitting in our front room, and he takes out his phone, goes on Steam or whatever it was, and he goes, "Dad, this game is huge." "Well, who are you?" I said, I'm Mr. Fantastic." "What?" So that was like the most exciting thing for me, because I realized that I was like this was a real big deal. And not all the stuff we do. I mean, I'm sure I'm not telling anyone here on this interview any big news. Like, we do lots and lots of different things that are very small, very unrecognizable and unremarkable often. But this one has been very special. So it's kind of like a year. That was a one little story of really what has been the last year. It's been really amazing and lovely.
You're not alone, Ian. Jim Meskimen had he's Ultron, and he had no idea how big. I was like, hey, buddy, you might want to jump on this.
Laura?
Well, okay. The short answer is that it was really, really cool for me to get to say to me my X-Men, because how many times in your life do you get to say to me my X-Men? So that was awesome. But also kind of like Ian's story, I play Dungeons and Dragons a lot. And I've been with one group for I know. I've been with one group for over 5 years now, but none of them are voice actors. None of them. And they're like, oh yeah, Laura does like voice acting stuff. That's neat. That's cool. But they don't play any of the games I'm in. They don't watch any of the stuff. Like, it's one of those things of like, they're a different kind of nerd for what my work is. But we get along great. And then finally with Emma Frost coming out, one of the guys in my group was like, I play that game. I'm so excited. And I was like, yes, you are. I'm cool with my D&D group now. That's more important than anything else. So that was really cool for me though. Yeah.
Dope.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm saying, if you ever want to stream your D&D games, everybody will be watching. That's all.
Well, I think at this point we're pretty deep into the story. They'd be like, what's going on? What do you mean 5 years of backup to catch up on? But maybe one day I'll stream a D&D game.
Fair enough. Eric?
You know, I guess the short answer is the fans and some of the cosplayers. We did a year anniversary thing, and like the cosplayer that won the cosplay contest was a Moon Knight, so I was like stoked about that. I think the biggest thing, and I was telling Jordan about this when we were up in Seattle, was there was a family that came in, and there was generations, in the family. And like the youngest generation was into a small game I did called Cookie Run and Burning Spice Cookie. And then the main kid or whatever, he was there for Moon Knight. And then the mom wanted a video putting her mom to sleep, because all of them, I do sleep stories on the Calm app, and I have my own like sleep story podcast. And so the moms and the grandmas are all like, oh, that's the guy that puts me to sleep every night. So like having the generational thing where I was signing prints for like, younger and then doing videos for the another generation was really cool. And it felt so good to like have an impact on their lives. And again, like Ian was saying, like some of these roles these things we've done, there's no, throngs of fans running after you like, oh my God, it's just things we've done. And like, we moved on. If it never blew up, it never blew up. And then sometimes it does later though. But yeah, it's incredible to meet the fans and all of it. It just warms my heart. I mean, I get to play with fans now. Like when I actually stream the game, I'm just like, there's people that come in and they're like, they're 80s, 90s, whatever the little number is next to your player. They're really good at the game, and so they carry me through a game, and I'm just like, this is so great, and we win, and I'm just so jazzed. I love it, and I mean, and of course, like I've said before, this cast, I mean, Jordan actually was a major part of me even getting like the system to start streaming the game. So I was just like, I am so grateful that all of this, the whole thing about Marvel Rivals, this whole thing has been incredible, and I am so utterly grateful.
Seriously, did Jordan, like, was he your IT guy?
No, he introduced me to somebody that had a marketing team, and they were like, yeah, well, we can get you a system, and then we actually met the Beacon people at PAX, and they were super nice, and he was Jordan was just like, so let's talk tech, pal. And of course Jordan is like, the audio ninja, so he knows how to, like, they're talking, specs and all this, and I'm like, I don't know, it sounds neat. And then they hooked me up, and I was like, I love this. This is
okay, Jordan, we gotta
so
talk.
Nice.
Yeah, hit me up. I pretty much threw a leash on Eric at PAX West, and I schlepped him around to all the booths. I'm like, your PC's old as shit, right? And he's like, and I'm like, you want to play Rivals, right? He's like, I'm like, follow me. So I tried to, I'm like, hey,
Okay.
so we're in the game, and like you don't have to, but it would be cool. It might be free promotion. So I'm glad that all worked out, man.
Cool.
It's amazing.
People love watching you play and interact.
And by the way, the fans in the comments are letting you know how huge Cookie Run is. I'm Charcoal Cookie, by the way. It's a big
Oh,
game.
nice.
It's a little-
It is. It's awesome.
So you got a lot of fans in here.
Fairy
that are-
Cookie, and I
A
play
lot
it.
of you guys got a lot of extra fans if you can't see the comments.
All right, and then we're going to be finishing off with Josh and Jordan. So, Josh, go for it.
I think that the thing I've had the most fun with is whenever I do a con, there's always somebody who there's always a bunch of people that ask me to do the maximum pulse, and there's always somebody in line that comes up to me and just says, please don't do that. That gives me PTSD. And that's like the greatest thing to hear. It's just knowing that I have that kind of power is amazing. Oh, my dog is
With great
going
power, though,
crazy right
Josh, comes great
must come great
responsibility.
responsibility. That's right. That's right.
Well,
Listen to your uncle.
Jordan.
For those who don't know, Josh Keaton has also voiced Spider-Man in many.
I'm gonna have to
games.
drop off,
Steve
guys.
Rogers,
I
come
got some
on, don't be
construction
shy.
happening, so
Oh, get out of here,
yeah,
Pulse Man.
I will be back. Well, no, I won't be back on here, but yeah, thank you all for having this stream. This was a lot of fun. It was great to see everybody, even though you're all tiny right now. But yeah,
I'm always tiny.
Thank you for the fans. Thank you for a year of Marvel Rivals, and I hope to see you all soon.
Josh, before you leave, can you drop your outline?
Hold on, let me back up from this mic.
He's like, I'm not going to blow up.
Maximum Pulse.
Yeah!
Yeah.
So many people are like, no, not again.
The anxiety we've all caused.
See you guys.
Thanks, Josh.
See you, Josh.
And Jordan.
Hey, what the hell was the question? I'm last. Like what?
You can
what
answer
did it-
anything at this point.
Yeah. So I do love ketchup. Yellow is probably my current favorite color. Those are the questions, right?
No, the question was,
Oh.
in your like throughout all of Marvel Rivals, like what was the most?
Oh, Rob, what happened?
Oh,
What?
I can hear
You're
him.
not hearing me.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
you
having
hear
a
me?
Richard moment.
I
Oh.
can hear you, Rob.
I hear you fine. I don't know what's going
That
on.
was such a Mr. Fantastic thing to say.
That's
Yeah,
so
he
weird.
was
I can
a
hear
genius.
you, Jordan, and
How's he
not
having secret-
What,
Rob.
what,
Can I
has
hear
meant,
Rob?
what has meant the most to you, Jordan, over the last year?
Oh God. I'm just gonna give like the bullet points. I've been in about 100 games. I'm in some pretty big animes, but not like as the main characters, but supporting characters. And this game pushed cons to have an interest in bringing me out. And so I've never met any actual fans, like ever, but I've been doing this a long time, until the beginning of 2025. So this game not only it just wakes you up, because what we do is, as Ian has said, I don't know if you can hear me now, but there's a lot of isolation. We go into the booth, we're alone with the director. There's not like at a play, or at least on a film set, there's like a crew, there's like a group of people that are witness the performance, and you can kind of get feedback. You're like, oh, I guess that landed, right? But when you actually have like people who play the game, consume it, come up to you and just say they could share deeply personal stories, or just silly stuff like, you give me PTSD, bro. Or you're a throw pick. Like, I don't know, like, why do people come up to me and say that? That pretty much says like, your character is trash. I don't know why people play it. They're not being jerks. It's just fun. Some people don't think before they come up and say it. It cracks me up. So I'll throw shade back in a playful way. But all that being said, I enjoy the wide range of interactions, because it humanizes what we do, because it can feel like we just record, send it off, and we're done. And being able to see people's faces and their expressions and what it means to them, we don't realize how deeply impactful some of our work can be until people tell us. So I am immensely grateful, because it is honestly kind of made me feel born again. It's reignited a fire I didn't know I needed, because any business and job can get a little hamster wheel feeling. And being able to meet people in real life, and the fans who play the game and support us and come out to the cons and buy our prints online, or buy them in person, and to pop on our streams for those of us who stream, or on our social media, like I can't endlessly thank all of you enough, because it's really ignited a fire in my soul. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it means a lot. I can't express how much it means to me. So this game is very special to me, and will always be very close to my heart.
I got one last thing, because nobody mentioned it yet. I wanted to say a huge thank you to Danny Koo and Eddie's, because
Mhm.
He freaking loves this. He mentioned this at a get together we had after San Diego Comic-Con. Most games don't even last a year, and they've got plans for 10 years. And every time they come up with the zombies thing, and now the community thing with your 18v18, they've got great plans coming. So thank you so much, Danny. Love Danny, love Michael, Bright Skull, and Eddie. You guys, we really appreciate you, as well as the fans. Obviously, you guys pay our mortgage.
Oh my gosh. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of this stream. I want to thank everyone for being on this stream. All you fantastic fans out there in the interwebs and all these phenomenal people here. So let's end the stream the only way that we can. Let's go down the horn. Tell them what your social media channels are, where they can find you, and just give us a nice little alt just to bring us home. Let's go. Let's start off with John.
I'm Epic Voice Guy, or as you probably know me better as Epic Voice Guy, on all of the platforms. And I don't know what else today except for oh yeah, yummy, yummy.
All right, next up, Laura.
All right. I am Laura Post Voice on basically all socials that I exist on, which is most of them. So that's it. I was very creative with my handle. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, X, whatever. Those things. It's cool. And all right, let's see if my mic is cool and not awful. We'll try. Okay, ready? Neil Peasants!
Nice.
Oh, we had some clipping. That's how powerful she is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how
So
powerful.
powerful. So powerful.
So powerful.
I was
Next up,
less. I was even less creative with my handles. It's just at Eric Bra. On some occasions, I am at EROCVO, so EROCKVO. They're there on the screen. You can see them. And of course, the moon haunts you.
Sorry, PTSD. Sorry.
They all want
My
me to say
favorite is
that
the
too.
fact
for some
that people
reason.
will come up to me and say, "I hate it because all I ever hear is the moo."
That's what they want me to
That's
say.
it,
They want me to say,
Ian.
All right, Ian, it's your turn. Apparently, you can only hear me. Go.
Yeah, I can only
you-
hear Eric and Jordan.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
They just want you to do your old line, and that was it, right?
Handles.
Social media.
Oh, and where to find you online,
Oh,
Ian,
okay.
and then your old line.
Okay, so
Hoo ha-has and all.
best place to find me is Instagram. It feeds to other places, but that's the most public facing thing, which is just Ian James Corlett with an ampersand on the front of it, no spaces. And you can I'll annoy you endlessly with where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. And my alt line is fantastic. Hoo ha he ha. I wish I could hear everyone. 'Cause it sounds like you're responding really
The
well.
applause. The applause.
And last but not least, Jordan, bring us home.
All right. You can follow. I'm I don't know. I'm Jordan Reynolds on some things. Jordan Wren on other. It's pretty much if I couldn't get Jordan Reynolds, I had to come up with really creative stuff like Jordan's voice. So like all of us did. So but IG, Instagram, and TikTok's where I'm most active. I'm on Twitter. I'll never call it X. So find me there. And of course, I stream on Twitch as I am right now. And for those who are on my stream, thank you for all the raids. I'm gonna stop once this ends. I'm gonna restart my stream and hang out with y'all for a little bit if you want. So, all right, here we go with the old line. Got to get the special effect on and everything. Hold on. All right. Born again.
Yeah.
You cheated.
Effect and
Yes,
everything.
it sounds so
and just
good.
because he's not here, you can find Josh Keaton at Space Padre on all the social medias.
Yes.
Maximum pulse.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming on the stream. Don't forget, you can get a fantastic collectible from one of these fantastic actors just go to streamly.com/Marvel Rivals. And with that, you can go to all social media, streamly.com, and we will see you guys later. Have a phenomenal night, and we'll see you next time.